Hello, Layali. Layali, are you there? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are
Hi.
you do? How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing just great. Thank you for asking. It's good to see you.
Me too.
All right, great. Are you ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready.
Fantastic. Okay, so today we have the IELTS writing blueprint. And before we start writing full essays or reports, we need to understand what IELTS writing is, and what it tests, and what do students need to control if they want to move towards a band 5.5 or a 5.6. All right, so let's look at today's learning journey. As you can see, we have right here, understand how IELTS writing is working. Recognize the band, what band 5.5 and band 6 needs. Analyze a simple IELTS task. Build stronger sentences and write one clear IELTS style paragraph. That's what we are going to do today. So let me ask you, what feels the hardest in IELTS writing? Is it the grammar, the ideas, the timing, organization, or maybe it's the examples? What would you say, Layali?
Um, it's difficult for me to make stronger sentences and connect between them and the ideas, maybe.
Right, right. So, what ideas we get and how to connect sentences together. All right, good. So, let's move on. So, first of all, what IELTS writing actually tests, we're going to look at that. And before we learn writing techniques, writing or what IELTS writing actually tests. So many students think IELTS writing is only a grammar test. Grammar is important, yes, but it is not the only thing. IELTS checks whether you can actually answer the task, whether you can organize ideas clearly, write full sentences, use paragraphs, support ideas with examples, use vocabulary accurately, and then grammar control. Okay, so let's carry on to the next part. Again, it is 60 minutes, but this time it is 2 tasks. First one is a report or a letter, and the second task is an essay, which means it's a longer task. All right. It is full sentences and not just notes. Okay, so writing task 1 is about 20 minutes that you write, 150 plus words. So you can work on around 150. And the purpose is a report or a letter. And then task 2 is way different, about 40 minutes, 250 words, and then we have the essay. And as you can see, writing task 2 is more important. So there they want you to write in paragraphs. Okay. So let's quickly look at the difference. We get the academic IELTS, which describe a visual information and an essay. And task 1 is write a letter, and task 2 is an essay. So the visual in academics will be a graph or something like that, anything to do with business and so on. Okay, so computer, paper, and online IELTS. Computer, you type your answers, paper writing on paper. And you need to, obviously, if you want to write IELTS online, check if it is accepted before you book. Okay, always check what your university, your employer, or your immigration authority accepts. Okay, so what band 5.5 and band 6 writing is? At this level, the examiner is looking for control. Students need a clear position. This means the reader of what you've written must understand what you think. Students need relevant ideas. You need paragraph control. You need basic grammar accuracy. You definitely need examples. You need to think logically and also add enough detail. Okay, so Layali, any questions so far? Did I go too fast?
No question.
No questions. Okay, good. So we get some common writing problems, and many students lose marks because their ideas are too short, their sentences are incomplete, grammar errors that hide actually what it means. Examples are missing. Linking words are used badly. Paragraphs are not organized, and they write around the topic. not directly about the topic. So today's workshop is going to help you fix these problems again, step by step. All right, so let's look at some writing myths, which means I need very advanced words. No, you don't. You need clear words used correctly. Longer sentences are better. No, it's not. Clear sentences are better. The next one is, I can memorize a paragraph. No, they don't want you to memorize a paragraph. They want you to write a direct answer to the question. And grammar alone gives a high score. No, it doesn't. Ideas, the organization of what you are writing, the vocabulary, and the grammar is all that matters. So what you need to remember is you need to write clearly, answer directly, and stay organized. All right, so first strategy is understand the task. So identify the topic, note the views this way or that way, yes or no, agree or disagree, then spot again action words, spot the action words, and then check constraints. You cannot score above a band 5.0 in task response if you've misread the prompt. So let's look at an example, and I'm going to read it for you. Oh, welcome everybody else that has joined us. All right, I see Zainab, you've joined us, and Radwan, hello to you.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. Very well, thanks, and you? Good, good. That's wonderful. So, who feels like reading? I was gonna read, but I think somebody else can read for us. Zainab.
Yes, okay, I will try to read. Okay?
Yes, sure. Radwan, go for it.
Okay. Some people think that all teenagers should be required to do unique or unpaid work in their free time to help the local community. They believe this would benefit both of the individual teenagers and society as whole. Do you agree or disagree?
Very good. Very good. So, before we answer anything, we first need to analyze what is the topic. Zainab, what is the topic actually?
Actually, I don't understand the question. So you can repeat it?
Okay, so we have read, this is our writing task. So we've read the writing task. Okay. Now we want to know, what do they actually want from us? What is the actual topic of this writing task?
I think we need to talk about the teenager and they communicate, or need to communicate. The topic or local communicate. Okay, if we agree or doesn't agree.
Right, if we agree or not Agree. So the topic is teenagers. Oh, why am I writing in white? I need red. Teenagers that work in their free time, but it is unpaid in the local community. So that is the topic. So they say some people think that all teenagers should be required to do unpaid work in their free time to help the local community. Okay, so what is, let's quickly go back. I want to go back. Let's do this. So first, we identify the topic. We note the views. We spot the action words, and we check the constraints. Okay, so now we have that. What is the opinion?
About what we are think about the teenager and work in the free time to help to local communicate. I think it's
okay. So the actual opinion on this matter is, I'm going to underline it, and that is teenagers should be required to do this. So it's not saying if they feel like it, they can do it. It is actually they are required to do that. They must do it. Okay, now we are going to look at our question right at the end. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, this means that it is an opinion. They want your opinion. So do you agree or disagree means they want an opinion from you. What do you think? Okay, so you can agree or disagree. There's no right or wrong. You can either say, yes, I agree, or no, I disagree. Or you can partly agree. Partly agree means, yes, they can work in for free in their free time, but it shouldn't be a requirement. So you can actually change it, opinion. But you must be clear in your opinion. If you write in general just about teenagers or generally about volunteering, and you don't say I agree or disagree, then it's not going to work. So you need to look at these things. Okay, so I'm going to move on a little bit. So view 1, the mandatory unpaid community work. It should be required to do unpaid work. So there was another part that actually says it produces mutual benefits for teens in society. So this was another part, but it wasn't in the first section. And then, of course, do you agree or disagree? So always identify all 4 parts before you start. Okay. So once we understand the question, we need to generate useful ideas. But not every idea is a good IELTS idea. A good IELTS idea must be relevant, clear, and easy to explain. Okay, so if the focus is on money management, teaches financial value, and budgeting, creates general real-world responsibility, and it mimics actual workforce explanation. So it connects everything in a practical life skill way. That's what we can go. Okay, and then we get the focus on the academic subjects that helps with university preparation. They prevent students from being distracted from their core studies. And they also protect teenagers from too much academic pressure. And then you choose the side where you have the strongest vocabulary, not the strongest opinion, where you have the strongest vocabulary. All right, let's move on. There we go. Okay, so sentence control. This is one of the most important skills for students aiming for a band 5.5 or a band 6. Many students have good ideas, but the sentence is not complete or it's not clear. Okay, for example, here is an example. Teenagers working free, good for society. Okay, and this is what we call a fragmented idea. We can understand the general meaning of what they are saying, but it's not a complete IELTS sentence. So let's look at the second version. Now it is grammatically complete. Unpaid work helps teenagers learn about their community. So it has a subject, it has a verb, and it has a complete idea. Okay, so now let's look at the more complex and academic version. We can say, when teenagers participate in unpaid work, they develop a deeper understanding of their local society. So this is more complex and more academic, but it's still clear. The message on the side says accuracy before complexity. Right here. So first, be accurate in what you are saying before you make it complex. And this is very, very important. So, any questions so far? No questions? Radwan, Layali? Oh, Shad.
Can I ask
Hello.
you,
Yes, please.
please, what do you mean by fragmented idea?
We've got some of the idea, but this is not a complete sentence. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not completely clear. We can understand the general meaning. So the general meaning says teenagers working free, good for society. So teenagers working for free is good for society. That would be a better sentence if you just take that. But it's not really a proper English sentence.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we've got sections, fragments, sections of what the person is trying to say, but they didn't complete a proper sentence.
Thank
All
you.
right, great. Any other questions? Nothing? Radwan? Zainab?
No, I'm understand.
Okay, great. All right, so I've actually put there 4 minutes, but we're not doing 4 minutes. So we are going to do a practice. Look at each sentence and identify the problem. So let's look at sentence number 1. Because teenagers are very busy with schoolwork. What is the problem?
Problem
No.
about the sentence or the problem about the teenager in the school?
What problem do you see in this sentence?
It's schoolwork. We have a lot for schoolwork.
Okay, because teenagers very busy with schoolwork. Okay, a lot of schoolwork.
Yes, that makes him very busy to do any work in the free time. They doesn't have a work.
Yes. They don't have free time. Right. But how can we make the sentence better? How can we make the sentence better? First, we have a problem with because teenagers very busy with schoolwork. Okay, so it starts with because. It is not a complete sentence. Okay, so what could be a better sentence? How can we make the sentence better?
We should write the result first. Teenagers can't work.
Okay, let's do it this way. Teenagers can't
Work
yes,
because
yes.
they are very busy. Maybe this is correct.
Yes, I like it. Can you see what I've written? Can you see what I've typed? Let's put it there. Can you see it now?
Now, no, but it's
Like here, is that correct?
yes, I see.
All right. Because, okay, so teenagers can't work because they are very busy.
Can I?
Try? Yes, of course, try it.
Okay. The teenager
The teenagers, yes,
doesn't have a time.
does not have time, yes.
Because they have a lot of schoolwork.
Yes,
Yeah, that's good or not?
good. Okay, so let's look at one more. Teenagers are very busy with schoolwork. So they may not have time for unpaid work.
Wow.
Okay, so we could also write it that way. Oops, what did I do? Okay, so teenagers are very busy with schoolwork, so they may not have time for unpaid work.
Yes.
But yours are still good. It's still good. We are working with it. Okay, so let me move. Why isn't it moving? Okay, I'm going to park it right there. Let's try number 2. The sentence says unpaid work, teaching them responsibility. What is wrong? You guys can guess.
Mhm.
All
Maybe
right.
work. They are volunteer, but not work. Or you can choose any word from the sentence to guess it wrong word.
Okay. That's a very good answer, but not completely the correct answer. Okay, so we have a problem with teaching. Why?
Can we say learn them?
No, you can't learn somebody. You can teach somebody, yes.
Yes.
I can learn from somebody.
Yeah, I can teach you. It's the right. Okay.
Correct. Okay, unpaid work. So we have a problem with the verb form. So teaching. How can we change teaching?
We can say they learn. They learn the
So
responsibility.
let's use the word teach, but it's the wrong form.
We can delete ing and say apparent work teach them, not teaching them.
So we can actually say teaches.
Okay, teaches.
Good. Teaches. Okay, so now we've sorted out the verb problem. How can we make this sentence better?
Unpaid work teach the teenagers about I can't say it.
Responsibility.
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe you can use the sentence like this: responsibility is came from the associate work or unpaid work.
He comes. I wouldn't put it that way. I would just say, I know, let's see. Give me your sentences. Let me just take this away. I want to take this off. Why am I struggling tonight? It's not my night tonight. Okay. No laser pen. There we go. Okay. Let's ask.
And
Yes, Layali, try your sentence.
okay, unpaid working teaches teenagers.
Unpaid working teachers, teenagers.
Yes, teenagers the responsibility.
Unpaid working teachers, teenagers responsibility. That's good. That's
Towards society, for example, we can add forward
in
the
society.
and society. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Good. Good. Radwan, what was your sentence again?
The responsibility it came for teenager people from unpaid work.
The responsibility
Or it's built in the person from the unpaid work.
is built from the person from unpaid work. Is this what you say?
Yes.
Okay. The responsibility comes from the person doing unpaid work. I still know. No. Person doing, we can't say it this way either. So I know exactly what you want to say. The responsibility is basically what you want to say. Thought. Responsibility is taught to the person doing the work. Is that what you're trying to say? Red one?
Unpaid working teacher. No, what?
Okay. Responsibility is taught to the person doing the unpaid work. Okay. Okay. That can work. Yes, that can
To
work.
the person, yes, yes, I think.
Okay. Good. Zainab?
Yes. They append word teach the teenager about responsibility.
Okay, right. They attempt.
No, they unpaid work.
Unpaid work. Okay. They
Teach the teenager about
teaches
teaches, yeah, the
teenager.
About
Yes.
the responsibility.
The responsibility. Yes.
I think that that's what I have.
Of doing unpaid work. Of doing unpaid work. Okay. Yes.
Do you think that's a strong sentence or no?
Why make it so big? So very, very big. So we can just say unpaid work teaches teenagers responsibility. Okay. Or we can say unpaid work can teach teenagers responsibility. So it doesn't have to be very long sentences. Unpaid work teaches teenagers responsibility, as we saw it there. Teaches them, we can change to teenagers responsibility. Any questions?
No.
Nothing?
You.
Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the last one. Community benefit from young volunteers. What is the problem? Let's start there.
Maybe the problem with from young volunteers.
Let's start right in the beginning. From young volunteers is actually the correct part. So we have the problem
Community
with community benefit.
benefits.
Community benefit. And it is the subject and the verb, the subject and the verb that don't agree with each other. This is the subject and the verb. They don't fit together. So how can we make this a better sentence? Who wants to try? Just take a try.
Can I try?
Yes, of course you can try.
Young volunteers
Young
benefit
volunteers.
benefit
Yes.
community
Benefit community
by unpaid work in free times, in their free times.
Okay. Young volunteers benefit community. Young volunteers benefit the community by unpaid work in their free time. Good try. Good try. Okay, so let's move it just a little bit this way. Okay, who is next? Radwan?
I think young volunteers are work, unpaid work for the community. What benefit words?
Young volunteers benefits hold on. Young volunteers benefits. No, let's start again. What's happening? Is it me or is it you guys that are beeping?
The
Never
beeping.
mind.
my
Trying to
daughter,
answer.
Mira.
Oh, okay. So let's try again, Radwan. Young volunteers benefits.
Young volunteers benefits are from work community, work society community, no community, or
From
unpaid work.
Work are
From
from
unpaid work
unpaid work
in the community,
in
with the
the community. Okay, young volunteers benefits are from unpaid work in the community. So this sentence says the volunteers are benefiting, not the community. And we need to say the community. So young volunteers, we can say a benefit from unpaid work in the community. So this is a good sentence.
Mhm.
Okay, as well as the first sentence is a very good sentence, but community benefit from young volunteers.
Yes.
Zainab, do you want to try it?
I want to try, but I don't. I don't think I can have it. Very good.
Let's try.
Okay. The young volunteers
Yes.
can help the community
Volunteers can help the community. Yes.
uh, by this benefit. They can work.
But this benefit. Okay.
Just like that. That's what I have in my mind.
Okay. This is much better because what we actually see, okay, community benefit. The community is benefiting, not the young volunteers. The community is benefiting. So what we can say is the community benefits from young volunteers. So what I was trying to say is that community and benefit, the subject and the verb forms are not correct. So the community benefits, or we can say communities can benefit from young volunteers. Because at the moment, what we get is where you are all saying that the young volunteers are benefiting, but it's actually the community are benefiting because of the work that the young volunteers do. So the closest one was Zainab, with saying the young volunteers can help the community by this benefit. So Zainab got to it the closest. Okay, any questions? So far? Any questions? No questions?
No, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No questions. Okay. Radwan, I see you wrote a message, but I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't
I
read.
said that if we have 15 minutes to go to the prayer in the mosque, because
Okay. Is it time already?
okay.
Yes, you can go and pray quickly if you want.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, I will
Oh,
be
it
back.
started at 1:45. It's now.
I will be
Okay.
back. Okay.
Okay.
Bye
Great.
bye.
For sure.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so Layali and Zainab, any questions?
No, teacher. I don't have.
No.
Okay. So tell me, would you guys like a different kind of way, because I'm doing this now, but after my workshop is finished in the series, I can come back and see where we can actually improve properly and actually sit and work properly to improve it. Would you guys like to have something like that in the future? Layali, Zainab, to help you with the writing part. We can arrange it maybe in the future.
Actually, I don't understand. Can you repair?
Let me do it this way quickly. Hold on. So what I was asking,
Hello.
okay, what I was asking, can you hear me?
Hello.
Zainab, are you there?
Yeah, I got.
Okay. So what I was asking, after my series of, hold on, let me just get it right. After my series of these workshops are done, I would like to know if you guys want to have additional classes where we actually just sit and work and exercise writing. Ryan? Are you there, Ryan? Okay, I will translate it for you all a little later. Okay. Let me see, where are we? Okay, so we are right here. And so with a basic band score, we can say many students are busy. They do not have time to volunteer. A better band score would say many students are busy, so they do not have extra time to volunteer. And because many students are heavily burdened with academic work, they rarely have time for unpaid volunteering. So, complex sentences are just basic sentences connected logically. Okay, so when students want to improve a sentence, we can ask, I add a reason. I don't know why this is not working tonight. Can I add a reason? Can I connect two ideas? Can I make the meaning clearer? And can I use more accurate vocabulary? All right. So let's look at it. Adding ideas. So we have the linking toolbox. adding ideas. We can say furthermore, or in addition, or we can say moreover. We can give results, therefore, consequently, as a result. And showing contrast, however, conversely, on the other hand, and we can give examples, like, for instance, such as, and namely. Okay, so let me type something quickly. We have white. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I can give you guys 2 sentences. Teenagers are busy. Okay, oops, let's make a proper sentence. Teenagers are busy. Okay, and then we can say, what was the other one? If I say teenagers are busy, however, they have little free time. The word, however, correct? Is the word, however, correct? What do you think?
No.
No. Okay, you are right. Now I want to know why.
Yeah. Because they need giving a result.
Yes.
However, is showing content. So
yes.
we can change it to as a result.
Right. Right. Okay, so what can we use? How can we make it better?
Okay, can we say teenagers are busy?
Yes.
And however, we change it to as a result, they have a little free time.
Correct. As a result.
Yeah. Clap.
Yay. Good. Or Layali. You want to try?
Mm. On the other hand,
I would give a result.
giving result.
Yes. I would also use something different, which I didn't put on yet. Teenagers are busy, so they have little free time. So we have another linking word, and the linking word is so. So, and I unfortunately use the linking word a lot. I use so a lot of times. So if you want to, there I just said it. If you want to learn one very good linking word, that is the word so. Okay, let's move on. So what we are doing right here is we need to understand the task completely, build complete and accurate sentences, and we need to link the ideas to show clear meaning. Okay, so Teacher Marley's writing method. It's just my method I have. And the first thing we need to look at is analyze the prompt. Okay, so that actually means we must understand exactly what the question is asking. What are they actually asking about? Then we need to brainstorm core ideas. We don't need many ideas. We just need clear and relevant ideas. Clear ideas. Okay. Then we must map the paragraph structure. So we need to decide basically what each sentence is going to do. What is the sentence going to do? And draft topic sentences. A topic sentence tells the reader what the paragraph is about. So it's like the very first line that they read. It tells us what are we going to read about. Okay, and then we develop our explanations. So this is the part where the students are too slow. They give an idea, but they don't explain it. So they've got the idea, but you need to explain the idea. And then integrate specific examples. And that means examples help you write, help your writing become clearer and more developed. That's where it comes in. And then link to the main question. So then we have to link it to what was said. Your paragraph must not drift away from the task. Okay. And then edit and refine is you can check grammar, sentence control, and relevance. Okay, so trust the process. A reliable routine eliminates exam day panic. Okay, you need to control the writing. Okay, so every strong paragraph is built on 4 foundations. The topic sentence. This is where we introduce the main idea of the topic. We need an explanation why this idea matters. Okay, then we need an example. So we need, how can I say this? This makes the idea more specific and easier to understand. And then the fourth one is link. This connects the paragraph right back to the essay question. So the topic sentence basically gives us the point. The explanation develops the point. The example supports the point, and the link brings it all back to the task. Okay, so let's look at a paragraph. Who wants to read it? Layali or Zainab? Who wants to read it for us?
I will read it.
Okay, good.
Schools should teach students how to manage money because financial literacy is a critical survival skill in adulthood. For example, young adults who understand basic budgeting are significantly less likely to fall into long-term credit card debt. Therefore, integrating this subject into the core curriculum ensures students are properly prepared for real-world economic challenges.
Great, great. Okay, let's notice a few things. The paragraph has a clear main idea. Not that, I must come here. What is the main idea?
Can I answer?
Of course you can.
Yeah. How to manage money, or how to teach the students to manage money.
Right, so schools should teach students how to manage money. Okay. It also gives us a reason. What is the reason?
Financial literacy is a critical survival skill in adulthood.
There we go. Because there is our reason. Okay, and it gives us an example. What is the example?
The example, young adults who understand basic budgeting are significantly less likely to fall into long-term credit card debt.
Right, so there is our example. Very good. So now we have to link it. How do we link it?
Like
Zainab?
because, for example, therefore.
Therefore. So now we link it back to the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we link it back to the question. Very good. Integrating the subject into the core curriculum ensures students are properly prepared for real-world economic challenges. So that's what we have been learning. So we go back. Let me delete all of this. Topic sentence. Topic sentence right here. Good. Then we go back. Explanation. Our explanation is because. And then we have an example. Young adults who understand basic budgeting. And then we have to bring it back to the question that they asked. Therefore, integrating the subject. All right. Any questions?
Yeah, I want to answer the question. Because, for example, this is a linking word called
Yes.
linking word. Yes. Okay,
Linking
thank you.
words. Yes. Yes. Any other questions, Layali?
No.
No questions. Okay, so basically there we go. Deconstructing, we've just done that. Schools should teach students how to manage. That's the topic explanation, for example, and therefore integrating the subject. That's the link that we have. Okay, so write a topic sentence. Let's practice. What are we going to do? So you need to, we can do it a little later because I see we're running a little out of time. This is the formula. So this is step by step. Write your topic sentence. Use because, use for example, and use therefore. Or you can go back to, here is my toolbox for adding ideas, showing contrast, giving results, and providing examples. Okay, let's go. Where were we? Okay, so improve before you write more. Inspect your work before moving forward. Does the paragraph directly answer the prompt? If the question is about schools teaching money management, your paragraph must stay focused on money management. Okay. Is the topic sentence clear and direct? The reader should know your main point. Thirdly, does the explanation logically support the topic? Your explanation must not feel random or disconnected. Fourth, is the example specific rather than vague? Weak examples would be something like, it helps people. That's just a weak example. Another one is, does the financial sentence link back, the final sentence link back to the main question? So your paragraph mustn't just stop suddenly. It should link back. And are the linking words used naturally? Any questions?
No, thank you.
No question. Okay, so small corrections can make writing much clearer. So clarity is achieved through active revision. Revision. Money is good to learn, so schools should teach it to everyone. Like financial literacy is a critical skill, making it essential for schools to include money management in their curriculum. So, this doesn't mean every sentence must be advanced or complicated. Not every sentence needs that. The point is that students should aim for clear, more precise academic language. Okay, do not only correct the grammar, improve the clarity, the precision, and the relevance. Okay, so identify, this is what we've learned. We've identified the barriers to break through them. Okay, so I want you to go and look at those. Which of the 4 paragraph steps is the most challenging for you? Are you relying on vague examples instead of specific evidence? And do your connecting words feel natural or forced? That's what it means. Okay, next week we are going to do academic task 1. That's what we are going to do, academic writing task 1 next week. But before we go, I just want to do something quickly. I want to go back to this slide. And Zainab has a problem with the word responsibility, right?
Yes, but I know I can. Responsibility.
Okay, so let's say litty. Let's say litty.
Responsibility.
No, let's do it in another way. I'm going to teach you a very, very nice way. Let's just say litty.
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 Litty. Responsibility.
Right. So, you need to make it ability.
Okay.
Ability. Let's say ability.
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 Not
Ability. Ability.
B,
Pa.
b, b,
Pa.
yes, ability.
Ability.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yes, there you got it. Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Ability.
Ability. Ability. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say thank you guys for joining me here. I had, of course, a really, really lovely time with both of you, and I'm going to see you all next week again. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Please
Thank you.
speak
Thank you.
at the
Goodbye.
same time.
That one.
Next time at the same time. Next week, I think, and the
Same
same
time.
time.
Yes,
Okay,
same
okay.
time.
See you
Same
later.
time.
Thank you. Thank you
See you
so
next
much.
time. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
عبادة 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 عبادة